what it is these yoga teachers were doing like Iyengar style kind of like assists. Mm-hmm. And then they would go into a state where people were like, well, we don't really have a license to touch, or they use some kind of phrasing like that. So they would get a massage license to like cover them. Mm-hmm. But what they were really doing was like Iyengar style kind of. And I'm just listening to it going, yeah, and? Like, Stretch Lab and Stretch Zone are putting hands all over fucking people. Like, yeah. There ain't no fucking... I mean, there might be a liability issue, which is different. But even having my own LLC, it's a limited liability, not no liability. Yeah. So, the thing is, it goes back to what I was talking about. There's a packaging issue that I can't solve. And if I have a student come up to me, and some yoga student is now like, I don't understand, you culturally appropriated. And I'm like, listen, okay, let's run under the assumption that I culturally appropriated whatever it is I'm teaching. Yeah. You paid to study with a cultural appropriator. Now, do you want to keep going, or do you just want to fucking talk shit? Because I can do this all day, smoke a joint, and drink at the same time. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Like, I'll align my chakras how I choose to align mine, and one of them might be telling you to get the fuck out of my class. I can give them the information. That's not a problem. There aren't even any geographic borders anymore. The problem is, who's the market? Yeah. If I make it too much like yoga, the therapists don't want it. I worked with Jessica. Jessica had never, I don't think, she had never worked on a mat. And I can't remember if Jessica was the one who asked me at one point if we could just do just table. Yeah. She works on a table. And I'm like, okay, I can teach you just table, but I'm going to warn you, you might come out as a dedicated mat practitioner after 6 months. And she's like, what? Now, I don't know if that's Jessica, but it's a similar story with a table-based student. The problem is they're not fully understanding where I'm trying to go. Yeah. The massage community, if you take them and just make it mat-based, don't even worry about suspension. You just make it mat-based, you fucked up their entire paradigm. Yeah. It's just, the industry is not ready. It doesn't want to change. They don't see a need to change. It's like, there's not enough proof of concept over what we're doing so that therapists are like, this is the way. This is the answer. If anything, they're like, no, fuck you. We don't want a white man telling us what the answer is. Go fuck yourself. And I'm like, okay, I fuck myself regularly, but there's not much OnlyFans space for a 45-year-old guy fucking himself. There you go. Congratulations. Yeah. It's not as good on this side, is it?
The SI joint slipped out on the right, I think. I mean, it's good still.
Oh, no, it still feels
good. The SI joint's got something
but it doesn't feel as good as the opposite side. Can you turn on to your front? So, I don't know what to do if I go into the yoga community.
Can you close those drapes? I'm going to see if that helps that lighting issue. Just pull them shut.
Like that?
Oh, I meant the little black things. But yeah, that works too.
Right there? Yeah. The challenge is you have to package it in a way that the yoga community will use. And here's what happens. The yoga community has the same brick and mortar problem. If I go in, they're going to go, we want 50%. That's not really what I want to do, but I don't have any reach in the yoga community. They're not looking necessarily right there. Sure. They're not looking for what I do. And they're like, even if they're into what I'm teaching, as soon as you hit that regulatory thing, like it starts to fuck everything up. Yeah. The easiest market is to teach the public, because the public will just do the shit because we gave them permission to, and they don't ask any of the legal questions. Yeah. So even the massage community, I've been teaching this shit for years. Why are massage therapists not radically transforming their practices and posting video of this?
I'm not sure. I don't get it.
Because there's no social proof. Most of the massage therapists are like most of anybody. they want to follow. They don't want to lead. Lead means getting other people's wrath and judgment, and most of them can't hack it. So is it too sharp, or did it go up to the gluteals?
It was just sharp in that last spot, because I feel like that was like...
So as I go, it's still along the flesh. Is that the best spot? Or is it better when I'm on the sacrum?
No way, that hurts.
Okay.
I feel like it's because the SI joint being kind of out.
If I go back to the border, is that better?
Yeah, slightly. Okay. Those two spots around there, just cruddy feeling,
I do think that going to the yoga community is possible. I don't know how to break into it. So why did the yoga community not pick up the Thai massage jam?
I don't know. I don't know if they know it. It's like passing their wavelength. Like if they see it.
Because I don't think it conforms to the culture of what they've been purchasing. They've been sold hatha yoga in the form of vinyasa and this is my mat and that's your mat and that's your mat. Why are you on my mat?
Yeah.
There is a market, just like we have therapists, we could get yoga teachers or get the public. The problem is it requires me to divert my marketing in 3 different ways, which starts to confuse the core audience because they don't want to let go of the safe paradigm they currently have, even if it's detrimental to them. There aren't many people, in my experience, who don't think that electric cars are the way of the future. The problem is it's too expensive, it's too difficult to adopt, and we don't have the infrastructure yet. But eventually, when the price comes down low enough, and Bobby and Sally down the street have an electric car, well, I want an electric car because now there's status and prestige to having one.
People think we're...
It's not like people sit down every day and go, how can I destroy the planet, burn some fossil fuels today? It's not that. So if I give you that, do you want
it was already starting to the pain there was already starting to...
Do you want me to scoot over onto the sacrum? Right there?
No, I like the first spot you're at.
More there? Okay. Now, is it more left side or right?
Yeah, around there.
Okay. Then is it shear down?
Yeah.
Okay. And then lateral?
Yes, please.
Tell me when.
When.
Okay. Now from there, is there any rocking? Or is it just static?
It's static.
Okay. There is a market out there. I don't know. So in my opinion, it's I feel like I've been rejected by the massage community. I don't reach out to people in the massage community trying to get them to open doors. I'm just no, I just do my own thing on the fucking internet because you guys won't listen. In the place where Austin's weird. No, you're not. You're fucking lame. So then you go to the yoga community, is the yoga community interested in what I'm doing?
They just don't know it.
No, not unless they can figure out how to make money off of it.
Yeah.
And if I go to every facility and go, yeah, I'll just train your teachers to do sessions, let's go. They're like, but I don't understand. Do they need licenses? I'm like, not if you don't call it massage.
Yeah. Exactly.
More lateral?
Yeah.
Okay. More down? The problem is, how do you build that prestige?
I almost want more sharpness. I'd rather have a foot compression than glute compression.
So hold on. So the compression that you want, is it more there?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me change it. Is that not sharp enough? I mean, because I can use another tool right there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then from there, lateral? Or down?
Both. Yeah.
Right there? Now if I rock just on that one, how's that?
Good.
Okay. Cole Chance does Thai massage. I worked with Cole. She moved and went to Bali. She's basically living as an expat. When she comes back from Bali, there's 40 goddamn people in there dying to study this Thai massage with her at a yoga studio.
Really?
She goes, "Hey guys, Robert runs the Thai massage jam. Have you guys heard about that?" And they all look at each other like, "What?" They have no idea what the fuck she's talking about. They have no idea who I am. But 40 of them have signed up for this class with Cole. Why? Because I'm not part of their tribe.
Yeah.
And I resist tribalism across the board. The closest I can get is forming my own tribe that's separate from the other tribes.
Yeah.
The closest we got was the acro yoga community because I didn't fit. Is it acrobatics or is it yoga? Makes sense?
Yeah.
Up and down?
Oh, it's kind of rough.
Too rough? Is that
Yeah.
better there?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, side to side or front to back?
Oof. Yeah, there.
Right there? Okay. Is it too sharp?
A little bit.
Okay. You want it broader?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
I had to get a fit. Oh.
How's that?
Yeah.
Too much?
No.
Okay. In other words, they don't know who I am and they don't consider me part of their tribe. They want to study with Cole because, well, Cole lives in Bali. They want the status and prestige of like working with that person. And I go, yo, Cole's just a lady who fucking lived in Austin and did Thai massage. So what? But I don't respond to that stuff the same way. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's a big deal to me personally. Now, this is where I always say that if I moved away, then Austin therapists will want it.
Yeah.
As soon as I move away, Austin therapists will lament. Aw. Well, it's like, you never trained with me. I was here for 12 fucking years. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, well, I was going to get around to it. Front to back? Which for me is front to back, right there. Good. I'm going to get fired for sitting on clients.
You've been sitting a lot more lately.
Because if they don't have suspension, that's what they do. I don't have any problem doing it. It's just, I have to show women sitting on women to get massage therapists to listen and not call me fucking names.
Whew.
The other thing is, in some ways, it's actually less work than suspension. You just sit down.
Yeah. It's a different sensation. Oh, yeah.
More towards the back again. Right at the sacrum.
Yeah. What do you have going on today? Your regular client?
Leave here, go work on Tim.
Tim McCoy?
Yeah, he's coming to my place.
Shut up.
And then I have to go see a client tonight. And again.
What's Tim up to?
More lateral or more medial?
Lateral.
Tell me when. Okay, down?
Yeah.
Right there? Probably just working. I'll talk to him about it. I haven't really had much of a conversation with him recently. We would have to take what I'm doing and then call it some kind of fucking stretch therapy.
Yeah.
For the yoga community to want it. Like, does the yoga community want yoga massage?
No, not really.
No, because it's got the word massage in it.
It's bullshit.
Well, it's just
it's
just marketing stuff. I mean, I think what yoga massage delivers is perfectly legit. It's the shallow end of the pool compared to where I want to go.
Yeah.
The challenge is, can therapists do it, make enough money, so that other therapists can see them do it and go, I want to do that. And the only way I'm able to assist that process is through the cameras currently. Like, they're not gonna just wake up and go, I want to do this.
Yeah.
That's like you when you were like, I want to teach more advanced. I'm like, cool, where are all the advanced students? And you're like, God damn it, Robert. Not everybody loves the table. And I'm like, cool. And in 99.9% table-based industry.
Okay.
More loud? Tell me when. And down. There we go. The work it takes to try to market to new markets is a little daunting to me, because I'm getting sort of strapped. Like, it's getting to the point, and I'm not there yet, but it's getting to the point where I'm like, I gotta make more than $200 an hour. Like, I got shit to do. And once you're getting above a certain price point, it's like being priced out for the average consumer. Yeah. Side to side? Not too much?
No. This is like a tease though for a standing compression.
Why is that?
Because I want it.
Because you want what?
Standing compression. So it's teasing me. Because it's like a halfway there.
So you want sharper, in other words?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if it's sharper. It's like that intense, compression with 2 points is just so damn good. Oh, that's nice. Basically, outside of my leg, this workouts I've been doing.
More lateral? And then down?
Yeah.
So you want more pointed, more pressure?
Maybe. This only happens when I'm working out that I want pointed pressure.
And why is that?
Because the muscle starts being, we start growing muscle and then, yeah, I feel like the muscle gets more dense and then I'm like, more.
Man, your straps are way,
they're crap. I need to buy some today.
They're like way
bullshit.
Like squinched up.
Yeah, here. They suck.
Left side, right side, don't matter?
Whatever side you like. Oh.
More lateral?
Yeah.
And down? Right there? No more than that? Yeah, these are so wrapped, they're like cutting into your skin.
Yeah, I have to open them up to sit on them. Not to mention the whole squeaky thing.
Lateral?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you need sharper than that?
No.
Okay. Keep going lateral, and then down.
Yeah, right in there. Straps.
Yeah, you need to get nylon. You don't have to replace the other loop if you don't want.
No, yeah, just replace the long one. My groin is too tight for the rock right now.
You feel it in the front?
No. Not until you rock. Whenever you rock, I do. Oh, so good. They've been doing all these single leg dip things, like dip lunges. It's just like the glute max and like performance, everything. It just feels like it's like the top of the butt just gets so tight.
Yeah. All the marketing you're talking about, once we've completely rebranded, I think more massage therapists will catch on, and then people outside of our community, because of the name and the brand change. But people can't see past the word Thai massage. They're so stuck in that mental box that it doesn't make sense. Like, I had students come in, and they're a couple locally who she wanted to learn to work on her husband. Ethnically, she's Chinese, but she grew up in the Philippines, and he's a big dude. I was showing her how to work on him, and then for 3 hours, she's just kicking his ass up and down the mat, because it's all like legs and feet.
Yeah.
They learn it way faster than massage therapists because they're fearless. They don't, I just say, hey, avoid the carotid artery, and they go to town. Like, they don't, care. And then when they work, they communicate a bit more, and he's like, ow. And then she like broadens or, lessens pressure. But they don't have the same baggage that licensed therapists do. They're much more, quick to learn. People like them, but now it has to be packaged in a way that's going to draw more of those people in. Yeah. And that process is what I'm not particularly good at. The branding, marketing, advertising is not my strong suit. There?
Yeah, that's murder.
More lateral or medial?
Medial, right there.
Okay. Less pressure?
Slightly. There. That's great.
Okay. And then down?
Yeah.
There we go. I think we would probably do better to go rent space from a yoga studio and have a couples massage class under the Thai Massage Jam moniker. Teach them and then draw clients out of it and continue that process.
Okay.
Of teaching couples classes. How are you, like, because I was seeing your thing, like you only had like a couple sessions for the rest of the month.
Yeah.
Like, are you booking out a month in advance?
It's my vacation that's doing that, but
okay.
I was doing that before the holidays.
Holidays will always
holidays threw everything off.
But like, how are you doing fiscally? Yeah. So, are you having any sense of like your practice is going to be too full?
I mean, hopefully eventually, but not yet.
Okay. More lateral?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. More down? Is that too much pressure?
No. Okay. It's just what I needed.
If we had couples classes like that, I think that would work better. And then I need to hire for the video and social media. And then I need to work with you on developing an online version of that couples massage class.
Let's do it.
And then develop like sort of like a second section, because there's a couples massage class that I made out of stuff that you guys are doing for the jam. really bad. I think we could make something a little bit more detailed.
Yeah.
But we need to be able to get 5 or 6 couples live with us on Zoom where Joni and Brad can ask questions.
Okay.
And if we do that and do that successfully, that's a great new market because you and I could run like one of those a day from like marketing to new customers. Make sense?
Yeah.
What I'm wondering is like, how fixated are you on seeing clients and how interested are you in just like teaching online?
Yeah.
Or is it just whatever makes more money?
Oh, no, I like it all. I mean,
well,
of course, more money makes the world go round, but I like being more well-rounded.
It's your practice. What I'm trying to find out is what you want to do with your time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying teaching in person. I would like to teach online. I mean, I'm literally interested in all of it. I've enjoyed what I've done thus far with the classes, but I'm excited to grow and continue teaching.
I think you'll have more fun teaching the public.
Yeah, I think so too.
So, right here, or is it a little more lateral?
All of it.
A little more lateral. Now, what do you think, down?
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah.
Is it too much pressure?
Nope. Oh, the single leg might.
Right there?
Yeah.
Not too much?
No.
Okay. More?
Sure.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing is, I think if we can, if we sell a pre-recorded class, I don't think the public or anybody else
as interested.
Well, it's not that it doesn't work, by the way. Like it does, but it works within a limited scope.
Yeah. They
want the interaction. There's a possibility that I put together an ad, we run an ad, we get 6 people, they pay $50 or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you could make, let's say it's 100. If you charge 100 and you got 6 people, you could make $600 in 2 hours. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
They're just giving and receiving for an hour.
That's freaking sweet.
But there's no reason we couldn't do 2 or 3 of those a day.
Yeah.
And that replaces client income and you're reaching out to different audiences.
Yeah.
The next part is, let's say you're charging $100. That was just at $100, by the way. So, and this is just making up a number, like just exploring. So that's six people, you're working with them interactively. Maybe Brad and Sarah want to do a private. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, yeah, it's $300 an hour, or I don't know, whatever it is. Yeah. Basically, there's nobody doing what we're doing through the cameras. Mm-hmm. But imagine having private clients now that are students online. That are Brad and Sarah want to get together with you once a month and do it again.
That's awesome.
And do that again.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to figure out is for your actual business, because you could go a lot of different directions. Yeah. You know, how much do you want to travel and teach in person, and how much do you want to teach through the cameras, maybe even the public?
I mean, of course, I would like to do on virtually more, just because you can make more money, pay less money, it takes up less time. But we'll just see where it takes us, I guess. Where the need is for traveling, and so I like to do a little bit of each.
New revenue streams. It's just that I'm gonna have to put that together, and then we run it out of my studio first.
Okay.
And then, like, if we build up enough of an audience, pretty quickly it'll get to the point where I'm not going to be able to handle demand if it continues to grow the way I suspect it will. A little more lateral?
Yeah, you feel that.
Right there?
Yeah.
Take down. Is it too sharp?
Nope.
How much of it for you, like, do you feel more fed by interacting with people in person? Like, emotionally? Like, you love the Thai massage jam. Is it because you get to, like, work with people in person?
Did I just accidentally stop the recording?
No, because it says stop
Thank
recording.
God. I accidentally pushed a button and have a hotkey set up. What was your question? I'm sorry, I got distracted with that.
I'm trying to figure out like your motivations.
Yeah.
Like when you go to the Time Massage Jam in person, you love it.
Yeah, it's fun. I like the community.
Yeah.
I like the excitement from the people.
Yeah.
They are kind of easier to deal with, kind of tough, but it's okay. It's like, you know, we work through it.
Well, what I'm trying to figure out as a motivation is like, I'm getting to the point, and this is me, this is my experience. I'm liking group classes less and less.
Are you? You like the one-on-one?
And here's why. It's not because, well, Robert's an introvert. Yes, but Robert ran the Time Massage Jam in person for 8 years.
Yeah.
Like, I like interacting with people in like a controlled, measured way.
Yeah.
I knew that the Time Massage Jam was coming up, and the Time Massage Jam is when I'm social. The difference is I make tons of video. Am I seeing that students are learning from that video? No.
Yeah.
So therefore, when working with students one-on-one, even if it's on camera, the students are learning 3 times as fast.
Wow.
And because they're learning so fast and they're getting excited, like Jessica, has never worked on a mat, works on her partner, who's another massage therapist who works with her. He gets up, he's reduced by 3 points on a pain scale, and he's never had that much mobility. And she's like, oh my God, I didn't even use my hands. In my head, I'm happy for her, but I'm also aware of the fact that she's not been doing anything I teach. She's not been following any of the videos, whether or not she's a subscriber or not. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the issue is, if they don't do the work, they don't get the results.
Nope.
They're completely in shock when they do the work, and then they're like, oh my God. But here's the difference. There's no geographic borders to me showing her how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
The challenge then becomes, how do you monetize it? Because working one-on-one, you're right back at the same conundrum. Never move but you're only working with one person at a time. The whole reason, or at least partial reason, for the digital distribution was to work with thousands of people at once.
I like it.
There. And down. Yeah. There we go. There's nothing wrong with what we're doing. I just feel like I'm going to have a real struggle this year trying to build a team to try to like reach out to new audiences. I feel like I've done most of what I can do with the massage industry, and most of the massage industry still has no idea who I am.
That's crazy.
Well, we had that conversation once, like how many people in the massage industry know me, and you're like, well, 50%. I'm like, what? No.
It's crazy.
What do you think, 1%?
I would hope more than that.
2%?
Oh, but I guess we're not talking locally, we're talking massage industry as a whole.
Yeah, I'm thinking big picture.
Big
Like
picture,
just
worldwide.
US at least. Just US.
Okay, US.
Once you go global, that's like a totally different, thing. Not that
Yeah.
people don't know who I am in other countries in some places.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we're still hitting a sliver of the marketplace, but we're not making enough income for me to pay for ads to like push that.
Yeah.
Yet. And there's nothing wrong with what we've already done. I just keep looking at it and go like, what's the next, easily accessible market? And for you, the primary, like, trying to understand the motivation is like, I'm trying to find out if, like, would you be most interested in teaching the public because you get to teach and then you glean clients from it locally, which can be a big practice builder. Because once you've gotten to a certain point, like, I'm assuming you're going to book out 3 months in advance. If you were booked out 3 months in advance, how would you feel?
So nice. Seat compressions are nice, but my hips have been taking a beating this past week.
No, you just want something a little sharper.
Yeah.
Plus, it's also probably a little bit more pressure just because it includes all my legs as well.
I appreciate all your legs.
If I'm on top, right there, is that too much toes or heel or good? So what I'm trying to find out is, if you were booked out 3 months in advance, how does that make you feel? When you're booked out, let's say 3 months in advance, how many days a week are you seeing clients? 4?
4.
Okay. So you have like a 3-day weekend kind of every
That'd be
week.
nice.
Okay. And then if you're booked out 3 months in advance, does that stress you out?
No.
You like that?
No more than that. Yeah.
Okay. So here's the problem. Once you get booked out 3 months in advance, the people are going to start to get pissed that they can't get in.
It's crazy.
Right? Right?
Yeah. Sorry, I was finding my mind.
Oh, no, it's fine. So, So the issue then becomes, how do you continue growing or build past that point? And because you're only seeing one person at a time, you have to raise fees. And past a certain point, then it becomes like less accessible for people without the financial means.
Oh, yes.
Rock or static?
Rock. I'll fix you back up and I try to like do his
Is not too much heel or too much toe?
No, it's fantastic.
What are my feet are side by side? There we go. Me personally, when I started to book out 6 weeks or so in advance, I very pointedly changed my focus towards teaching.
Yeah.
Because I could see the writing on the wall.
Yeah, the people needed the work.
If I'm booked out 3 months, here's what happens. I get sick.
Yeah.
Then I have to move people, and then it's like, fuck, it fucks up the whole schedule.
Yeah.
Like, it just fucking destroys everything.
Yeah.
Not too aggressive?
Nope.
Then you travel and teach, and that was good to a point, but in my experience so far, the group classes are not feeding me as much. I don't see the students growing as rapidly.
From our classes we do in person.
Yeah, this is completely like emotional, psychological set. It's not even like, if you tell me I love group classes, I'm like, awesome. You're like, I don't like the in-person training as much, one-on-one.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, okay, why? Because I'm trying to understand motivations.
Yeah.
Because it's like, working with groups and working on one-on-one is fiscally and then also educationally very different. They serve different goals. Like, one of the things you like about the Time Massage Jam is there's like a community and people are excited.
Yeah.
When massage therapists come to our group classes, are they excited?
Yeah. They're excited to learn.
Too much?
Nope.
Because I feel like people at the Time Massage Jam look at it as more fun, whereas the massage therapists have a preconceived notion about like CE credit and like,
yeah, they're a little more serious,
a little bit like down, a little sheer. There we go. And it's not to criticize; it's just saying what fills me more. The Time Massage Jam was more fun, and for me, it also was not a big moneymaker. Yeah. I had way more fun because the Time Massage Jam was like breaking the rules. It was being the rebel, the renegade. And like this small group of people loved it, but the massage therapists generally ignored the event. The reason that the apprenticeship works so well is because you've got their undivided attention for 2 hours. I'm able to work with them and reduce the cost, reduce the geography issues. The students are all over the country studying with me that way.
Yeah.
If the apprenticeship, even one-on-one, doubled in size, it would be my full-time job. And that's why I'm going to have to transition or to the same problem, to group classes online. More pressure there?
It's a little sharp. Yeah.
Now, more to the right, more to the left. More to the right, more to the left.
Let's go left.
And then the in-person component, that's like the Hill Country Retreat. Currently, based on what's going on, it's too much of a financial risk that I don't feel like it's worth it. I'm so swamped dealing with the apprentices and building what we're trying to build to get new curriculum together that it's like, I feel like I need to step back and just have standard classes or classes of the new curriculum at our current location.
Well,
Journey's full of piss and vinegar until she goes to sleep.
I know, she's also, we're all tired as that puppy, dude.
Where's her at?
Yeah, it's non-stop. She'll not fuck with her. Takes her medicine hardcore.
Left side? Right side? Higher?
That was good.
Or lower?
That was good there.
Right there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. From there down?
Yeah.
Rock?
Yeah.
Side to side?
Sure.
Or up and down? Both? More on the sacrum?
Sure.
Right there?
Oof.
Okay.
Oof.
Now, as I'm kind of walking back and forth, is it too much?
No.
Okay. Just tender?
Yeah.
A little rocking right?
Yeah.
There we go. And down?
Yeah.
There we go. Now, shimmy? Up and down?
Not that one. It's a little hard to breathe. Yeah.
Too sharp?
A little bit.
Okay, hold on. We give you just a little bit less. How's that?
Good.
Is that better?
Yeah. Ooh. Like get near my quad or my hammies. Ah. Oh. Could you hear that pop or no?
No. Your SI?
Yeah.
Like your low back, huh?
Yeah, it was like definitely the SI joint.
Oh, I went through the vault because I was doing that cleaning of the subscribers. Yeah. And I went through very briefly and added up all of the drafts, the stuff that's not been published. I dropped down to a schedule where I was only releasing stuff like every other week. Because I felt like it was literally overwhelming the students. It was just like we were putting out so much they couldn't watch it anyway. If I go back to the old schedule and release stuff once a week, I cannot shoot anything for 2 years.
What?
There are over 100 recordings that I've not released. I started looking and I was like, okay, do I take old footage and start releasing it on YouTube? And part of me was going, why? Like, I don't even have real assistance yet, and we're still releasing a video every other day on social media. Like, I could release more. Is anybody clamoring for more? You think you want to back bend through here?
Mm-hmm.
Like so a stretch?
Yeah.
Too much?
Nope. I feel like a ton of resistance.
Just some tightness. As I go in, do you want like foot pressure above the iliac crest?
Yeah.
Right there? More to the midline or more lateral?
Lateral.
There we go. With some rocking. Right there?
Yeah.
There we go.
Those quads. It's been something getting back into shape again. Like the first day, I couldn't walk for a couple days.
Yeah.
But now I'm fine, you know? Now I can handle it. She looks so sweet when she sleeps.
Like all children.
Like a little alien baby with her big old eyes.
More lateral?
Oh, yeah.
Right there? Some rock?
Sure. Oh, yeah. That's nice. Let me open that out. Ploppity
Do
plop.
you mean to get into your quads?
Yeah, but will you step on my hamstrings real quick?
Yeah. Right there?
Yeah.
Higher or lower?
It's a good place to start.
Okay. Is that too much heel?
No, it's great.
I repositioned because I didn't want to.
I basically feel like I want you to compress the backs, the fronts, and the insides of my legs. You know what I mean? Like all sides.
Lateral or medial?
Medial. Ooh.
Okay. Too much? Is it too much
it's
heel?
like you're a little lateral, like pushing medial, it feels like. Ooh.
Okay, hold on. And again, don't want to get too much heel. How's that?
Oh, that's good.
Okay. Now, from there, more lateral or medial?
Neither. I want it straight in the middle. Ooh, be careful.
Heel?
It's tender in there, yeah.
Okay. So your suspension's set for you. Can you scoot a little over to your left? There you go. Because you want me straight up and down.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
We think up.
Down.
Down.
Oh, Mother Teresa.
Is that too much?
A little bit on the lower foot.
Better?
Yeah. My knees have just been feeling unstable with all this stuff.
Okay. What happens if you, and I don't want you to roll too much side to side, but like what happens if you bend your knee? Does that help at all?
It always helps.
Okay.
It always helps you get deeper into the muscle fibers. Oh, shit.
Not too much?
No.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Be careful that heel. That was nice.
I think that thing with the heel, I think it's my feet and your legs. It's
yeah,
very
I've got
specific
round feet.
to your shape.
I mean, I've got round legs.
Yeah, it's like my foot size to your legs.
My legs are
your leg is like totally jaundiced on this side.
You're so cute. You're the best therapy dog. Your little toe.
I think if we restructure the Thai massage jam to a point as a couples massage class and then go out and put it out, that would probably work for the yoga studios because they make some money from it. One of the things I'm not quite certain about is the Thai massage jam for like long-term branding purposes. I don't know if it's on brand.
Yeah.
And I don't really know what to do with that.
Yeah.
We think other leg?
Yeah.
Same thing. Can you scoot back over to your right just a little bit? There we go.
So what I'm thinking is I want to move these attachment points over a little bit. I feel like the diagonal across is too much and it throws it off. I have to move people back and forth nonstop as well. I'm like, I didn't used to have to do this. It's fucking annoying.
It probably has more to do with the length of the suspension than the positioning of it on the wall.
Yeah.
And again.
Woo! That lower one's too much.
Hold on. Right, straight down, right there?
Yeah.
Is that too much?
No.
Okay. No more pressure than that?
No, please.
Okay. And then what happens if you bend your leg?
I can't.
Look, I can't. You mother bitch. Right there. What happens if I lean a little bit? Yeah, I saw a guy's Instagram and he had some kind of crazy, he had a little bit of his own panache. It was like some stretches I'd not seen before. And I watched his videos several times because I was looking at like his positioning and what he was accessing. And it looks great on Instagram.
You don't think he's actually like accessing the good stuff?
No, it's not that, but it's the stretchy that everybody wants to see. It's like what he did was cool, but 90% of my clients can't receive what he just did.
Oh, yeah. There's tons of people online doing that shit.
Yeah. And then unhook, lower it down. There you go. You're like, sure, bro, whatever.
Oh, this heel's
fucking dying. That heel, you said?
Yeah, I'm catching heel.
Oh. Hold on.
Oh.
Better?
Slightly.
Better?
Same. Yeah, it's better.
There we go. Catch and Heal, the new album by Next Level Pain Relief. Catch and Heal.
That's funny. Oh, yeah. Literally, though, I've been in like yoga lately. You know, 'cause I've been doing a lot of yoga, and I'm like, oh, I wish they would just assist. And the yoga lady the Allie, she does like she'll do one or two like in class. She'll be like, who wants a happy baby assistant? And she does that for them.
Right or left?
You're there. You might as well go left first.
And I'm assuming you will need additional. I'm just guessing.
You know what they say about assuming? Sometimes you're right. Sometimes you're right.
Lower or higher?
It's all trash.
Okay, so let me just soften it for a second.
Yeah, it's appreciated.
So she'll do some, sounds like, not heavy baby, child's pose assists.
Yeah, and I've swear she's done loads before. She did the child's pose today, where they're like up in child's pose, and she steps into their legs. Boop, boop, and then like.
What studio is this at?
Black Swan.
So why don't you talk to her and tell her we want to teach a class?
Okay.
You have a connect there that I don't.
Yeah. And we invite all the instructors? Or it's just for public?
Tell her that we want to teach a class and let her decide.
I guess you should talk to the owner, the manager.
Great.
Which I do know.
Does he do yoga?
Well, I don't know who the owner would be. I think I would just talk to management and they would deal with the aboves. I can reach out to Patty and ask. Patty's one of my friends, and she's one of the managers over like multiple like studios. They bring people in and do stuff like that, so.
And they get more clout because they have to be brought in.
Yeah.
Me showing up dressed like I am right now doesn't do much for their.
Weird. Feel that popping? It's like, or clicking, I guess you'd say. It's been like that since I got back.
I like when I like when the vastus lateralis pops over.
Yeah, because you're crazy.
I like when it rolls a little bit.
This is like, I feel like it's below the knee that's popping, or it's like something that passes over the knee that's popping. But it definitely has to do with like quads are tight, everything's tight, which is causing that popping.
If you talk to someone and they say, well, I don't understand, are you trying to teach teachers or are you trying to teach the public? And like,
all of them.
Yeah. Too much?
That was just abrupt.
More lateral?
Just down the middle. Oh, shnikes.
Tell me when.
That's it.
Okay. Too much?
No,
Okay.
just intense.
Down?
Oh.
Now what happens if you try to straighten your leg?
It's. You have to like prepare for it.
I feel like we're doing CrossFit and you're getting ready to throw tires or something.
I have to throw you. Wah!
Does that help at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's shitty. Whew. That's lighting up. Like.
You want me to lighten up?
No, it is. It's lighting up.
Lighting.
It's lighting up like my. What is that? Sartorius chrysalis.
Yeah.
Which one's inside? Which one's outside? I need to look at my.
Sartorius is from the outside.
So that'd be chrysalis
towards the knee.
Yeah, I'm feeling chrysalis.
Chrysalis is the adductor.
Yeah.
Sartorius is Latin. Sartor is a what do they call that? Tradesman. That makes clothes. It's not a seamstress. A tailor. Yeah. Sartor, I think, is I just said it. The tailor. In Latin. It's called that because the way they have to use the legs to support anything.
Oh.
The muscle facilitates that.
Yeah. Ooh. That's nice. Woo-wee.
More medial or more lateral?
Oh, medial.
Not going to apply any more pressure. Tell me when.
Appreciate it. That's good.
Pretty shit?
I appreciate it.
I thought you said, oh, that's pretty shit. The difference is we talked about like relief clinic and like getting a bunch of us to work in an open space. Not that those are mutually exclusive. Do you feel like that's a better idea?
I think it's a great idea.
Group classes.
I think it's a great idea.
Why?
Because we're getting out there, letting people see it and feel it.
Okay, well, what is the time and size jam and what is the couples class?
I get it, but it's a different way. I mean, it's a shorter amount of time. They're just like laying there. They're not having to do it. Like, I mean, I get that you want, in some ways, you want them to do it because you want them to learn how to help each other. But the relief clinic would be more for getting clients, I suppose.
The difference
But you can also get students through it.
How are we going to get students through the relief clinic?
If they see it and want to come through and try it.
Well, here's how the relief clinic functions. I file a trademark for relief clinic. Relief clinic itself, you can't participate as a therapist unless you're certified in next level pain relief. So the students want to come get clients because they want me to do the marketing for them. We're renting the space, rolling them in, because we could serve 10 people as easily as we could 4 if there's enough therapists. And then basically they're getting clients. Let's say we had 5 therapists doing that. If we had 5 therapists giving sessions and getting clients, and I'm filming the whole thing, I probably wouldn't be giving sessions, by the way. And I'm filming the whole thing from 4 camera angles. I'm running around just like class with 1 loose camera and 3 on the computer. I'm filming the whole thing. When I put that video out in the Austin massage community, they're going to be like, well, but I want to do that. They're getting clients. Make sense?
Yeah.
That's where it would change. But do you like that idea more than like group classes? Not that they're mutually exclusive.
Maybe slightly, yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's a totally different feel.
Lateral or medial?
Right there.
I'm going to hold static for a second because I was rocking before. So they're not mutually exclusive, but my brain is going in so many different directions. It's hard to put it together, so to speak. But I still have very little interest in like running a brick and mortar. It's just not what I want to do.
Yeah. You have to buy a building first. Then you can run your classes out of it and route space to therapists. That sounds like such a headache. But it'd be so nice to have one of us have a space bot so we could just not stress.
A space bot?
Oh, yeah, buy a space so that we have a set space.
No, the only way that would happen is if I buy a home that's big enough and literally convert like the living room into the studio space that we use to teach out of.
Yeah.
For group classes. But that's down the road still.
Yeah. Woo! Feeling good, it's warming up.
What time is it?
An hour.
In other words, it's 1 o'clock.
It's 12:50.
Ish.
That works. I have a mobile appointment downtown today. I just pulled it up.
Just off on the other side?
Yes, please. Oh.
So yeah, part of the reason I'm asking you those questions is I'm, again, just trying to figure out like what...
Where I'm at.
Well, everybody's different. People want different things. Like I think if I asked Danielle those same questions, she'd have different feelings about it in various ways. About what she would want or not want.
Oh,
I love
fuck.
that. I love that.
I don't love it. I mean, I don't hate it because I like that it's being addressed. Oh, but shit. You know, I bought those barefoot bars.
With the stands?
Yeah. I sold them.
When did you buy them?
Wow.
Huh?
A while back, the ones that stand next to your mat.
Oh.
I sold them though. I sold them to Lisa. They didn't work for me the way I needed them to.
Who was it I was on camera with? Just said something about the poles. Like I fucking hate that shit. I hate those fucking poles. I hate that shit. It's like I won't tell a student. Like I'll never call them out and be like, "Don't do that." But I just.
Can you do a static compression for a second?
Yeah.
Oh, fudge.
Too much?
No, so the difference is whenever we worked together last week, you worked on the left leg, but we didn't get to the right quad. So this quad's a little bit behind.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's a little more tender.
I try to balance you out, but sometimes.
You were teaching a class.
Oh, okay.
Like you were working one-on-one with someone, and so it was just like, she was only working on one side of that person.
Yeah. So this is me doing what I do. Like when I don't know how to explain this. Like I can encapsulate all this stuff, but there's a real like we could go 100 different directions, and you're like, okay, well, which one's going to be the most allows you to make more money? it's like my playing poker. I think because we talked about that briefly, and you're like, I'm playing all those poker rooms, and you kind of followed what I said. Yeah. It's like there's inadvertently like there's just poker jargon in my language that I've realized that other people don't understand, like bankroll management and
like that. Bankroll is the money that's only you're using for poker. Yeah, you keep it rolling.
And that's your winning. And it feels dumb, and I'll tell you this. So I put in $100 like 2 years ago or something, and then I won to like 230, and then I lost all my way back down to 100. And when you go back to where you started, you feel like I'm a failure, right? And then you're like, you're playing with dudes that are super loose. You're still figuring out the online game. You're not sitting looking at them in person. If I go to the fucking card house in Round Rock and the guy's like betting in front of me and I have to look at this motherfucker across the table, they give you tons of fucking information. Like, it's overwhelming, Kristen. Yeah. Overwhelming. Myself included, because I don't play in person very often. When you're playing online, there's nothing. Does he have it or doesn't he? Yeah. It's like sometimes, they're super loose, right? Long story short, you kind of ebb and flow with what's going on at the table. How statistically tight are you and how loose do you play? Yeah. And you tend to vacillate depending on what's going on at the table. If half the fucking table is like betting 5 times the blinds every fucking hand, I tend to like, okay, let's back off. Back a little bit because they're be a little more conservative. Exactly. So you got to find the right spot to crack them, basically. Yeah. And sometimes a guy gets lucky, but that's just part of poker, and you have to get good at losing. Yeah. Believe it or not. So what happened was I got myself back from 100 because I lost my way back down. I won myself back to where I started. I made a post about it the other day because I got to like 236 or something. I went and played a $10 tournament, which I'd never done before. I've done this in person, by the way. I played like I did like an $80 buy-in or $100 buy-in or something in Las Vegas and won at a little small tournament for 10 people or something. Like I might have made $300 from that one poker tournament or whatever, which is the first time I'd ever won in person. That's cool. But online, my biggest win up to that point had been like $32, I think.
Because it's online.
Yeah. And because like, for me, other people are like, why don't you go play $100 tables? And I'm like, because I can only lose 3 times.
Yeah, then you're done.
It's like, and I don't want to have to keep
pulling money in.
Well, you don't want to lose, basically. Yeah. So if you play within your bankroll, you're playing with winnings. Yeah. So I got myself to 230. And then what happened was, because I won like $30, so I had 230 or 236 or something. And I was like, if you go play a $10 tournament right now and you lose, you're still playing with winnings. Yeah. But you get a chance to sit at the bigger table. Yeah. And what I did was at like 236, I put $10 in, sat down at the table. The tournament to me was pretty uneventful. It was nothing exciting. I wasn't catching massive cards. I just played tight. Now, of the 27 people, everybody gets eliminated. Only the top 5 make anything. Yeah. I'm one of 6 at a table, the final table. Nice. One more person has to go out. If I go out, I make nothing. Yeah. And I'm like, unless you get a great hand, just fucking sit there. Fold, fold, fold. Guy goes out. I made $20. Because that's 5th place. Yeah. First place is 100. And each step you go up, you get a little more. Nice. And I'm like, don't do anything dumb. Like, and wound up in 2nd place.
Oh, that's sick.
So in 2nd place, I'm heads up with a guy. I made one mistake on the final hand where he beat me. And it's like, there was a like $27 difference. Because it's basically like 70 and 100. That's cool. And you go, okay, you put in $10 and you made 70.
Good deal.
That $70 is almost a third of your entire bankroll. Yeah. And it's because you took a risk on that one, because you had the money. Let's try and see what happens. I tend to run business the exact same way. I don't take like the Airbnb thing. It's $3-4 grand. I could just take a risk.
You do compression right there?
I don't think it's going to be lucrative enough for me to take that risk. Does it make sense? So playing within a bankroll allows me to be creative and try stuff out and try to figure out what's going on at the tables and, you know, whatever. Like I play poker pretty much the same way I do business stuff. And I try not to lose my entire bankroll from doing one stupid thing.
You do this compression a little bit higher. I'm feeling something pull right above your foot. Like top of the quad in there.
Higher than that or good?
Oh, maybe. You do double footed or is that crazy?
No, I can do it. I just making sure you're okay pressure wise. How's that? Too sharp?
No.
Too much? Not heel?
I flat.
More,
Instantly, I want to be flat and I want ramen. I don't know what just happened in that move.
You want to be flat?
What the fuck just happened?
Who knows? More medial?
Yeah.
Tell me
when. I'm going to pick some ramen up on my way home.
Down?
Yeah.
Right there. So, I forget exactly how I got into the poker conversation, but that's how I deal with business. It's like when people go, well, why don't you play a $50 table? It's like, this isn't gambling, and like I was winning so consistently at $5 tables and $3 tables that I went, okay, you win and you win and you win, and you're pretty stable at 200-ish. Just go put $10 in. You're only gonna lose $10.
Yeah.
And I won to the point of 70. And now the dopamine, because it is gambling, the dopamine is like, I ain't excited about the $5 tables anymore.
Ooh.
Because you want to play at the higher tables. And it's like, okay, but you got to manage your bankroll. And what'll happen is, it's very likely, I've done this again and again and again.
You'll start depleting.
You start losing at the $10 tables.
Go back to the smaller games.
And then you go back to the $5 tables. You go, okay.
Build it up. Okay. Let me win a bunch here.
Say again?
You're like, let me win a bunch here and I'll go back to that $10.
Yeah, and it starts to expand.
Look at all these lashes I've pulled out.
Oh Lord! If you look at the business, one of the things I was discussing with Chad last night, the business when I started it 12 or more years ago, the business doesn't look anything like what I thought I was making.
That's crazy. The business you have now doesn't look anything like what you thought you were going to be doing?
I thought 50% of my time would be seeing clients. The other 50% would be traveling and teaching classes.
Huh.
And that's not what's happened at all.
No.
Clients is almost gone. Like, there's no time.
Yeah.
And then I'm teaching people primarily using cameras. I've got 3 local apprentices, 4 maybe. And it's fine. It's just different than what I thought it was.
Yeah.
And the problem is, if you hold on too tight to what you thought it was going to be,
you stand in the way of what it can be.
Exactly. And that's where, you know, I try to take reasonable risks. And it's fun. When I lost that final hand where I took second place, I'm like, oh, you made a mistake? So?
Yeah.
You turned $10 into 70.
Yeah.
You beat 25 other players.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
And if you do it again and again and again and again, it starts to grow. And it's like, do guys still get lucky against you? Sure. They're super loose, do all kinds of crazy stuff, but you're understanding the play enough where it's like, okay, you did it at $1, you did it at $3, you did it at $5. The rules don't change. It's just that at each level, the players get just a little bit better. Too much?
No, like the inside and the outside of my leg are both getting achy because it's like they won't work, I guess, you know? It's like, wait, your turn body.
More lateral? More medial?
I feel like on top is where it's at. Maybe more towards my knee, though.
Do I need to pick up and move or just shear?
Shear's nice. Do they feel more muscular? Not yet.
So, your legs are like exceedingly muscular.
Yeah.
Like the whole time I've worked with you,
yeah.
I've always wondered why your legs are so.
It's all built.
Yeah, it's just a little shorty.
Shorty.
Like all of
people have chicken legs. I got turkey legs.
All of your muscular developments in your lower body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soccer player. Oh, my so as it feels nice. What are you doing, Tim? Are you giving to him? Working on him?
Yeah, he's having a problem with his arm or shoulder. I thought about recording it, and then I'm like, dude,
just be real.
You don't need to.
You don't need to
stress out about a recording when you've got 100 backlogged.
Yeah, I love Tim. He's good. He's good conversation. He makes it like a podcast, I imagine.
More lateral or medium?
I gotta stop picking at these. I don't know why I'm doing it.
And down?
Maybe pick up and move. Seems pretty chill now, that spot.
Okay. So I'm going to put some pressure back into the upper foot.
Okay. Oof. Windshield. Oof. Whee! Everything's so weird right now through here. I haven't been to the chiropractor either, but I've just been like working out too much. Maybe not too much. Just been working out a lot.
Lower. Too low.
Oh god. Oh my god.
The conversations about poker and statistical analysis and what's the right play. I've played long enough that people will ask me questions and they're like, well, I had ace 10. What should I have done? And I'm like, what position were you in? What?
What position were you in
what's your table image?
Yeah, a max.
How much is in your stack? And they're like, but I had ace 10. And I'm like,
all these other things matter when you're playing them.
Well, and the thing is, poker, it's like no limit in particular is just, ooh, it's this perfect representation of business and entrepreneurship and risk taking. Because it's like, could a guy catch a card? And yes. But I put it in and the guy had kings and he beat me. And it's like, yes.
I think you brought it up because they're cheap poker. You're talking about taking risks.
Well, the thing is, I hate to say this, the finances are such at the beginning of the year that if I do that and it was an epic failure and I just had to eat the cost
for the year,
that's like $7,000 between Jamaica and that. And I'm like, it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of planning. Just move it into the fall and winter. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. Nobody's
so,
gonna miss
will you
that.
throw out what the dates? Oh, fuck. I'll look at it when I'm with you next or whatever. Friday, we'll look at it.
Lateral or medium?
Oh, medium.
Dates for what?
So you can, the dates that you're
I need to write your check for the flight too. To remind me to do that tomorrow.
Yeah, bitch, pay me.
That's all I do.
I saved you $36.
I'm simply your bootlicking supplicant.
You're fucking not.
$36. Oh,
I'm happy about it.
Thank goodness that we saved $36.
You know what? If I could have only saved me money and not saved you any, I would have done it because you don't even want it. But that's just not how it works. You're tied to me because I bought the tickets.
Medial or lateral?
On top. Right there. It's not.
Yeah. Like.
Oh, this one's hard.
I could probably charge $100,000 in credit cards, but I choose not to do that because it's too risky.
Yeah.
You don't want to start paying 25% interest.
No, fuck that.
Exactly. It's like the downside is you don't get to do the fun retreat, but it's like you can just reschedule. Doesn't matter. Just recoup, see what your finances look like.
When is what's her name doing the Costa Rica one?
This is Jennifer Brooks. She wants to do it in Cabo.
And dates?
It's not Costa Rica.
Cabo, what month?
Cabo San Lucas, November. But I still got to work out stuff with that. And there's other issues because I don't know how to run events. That's not my. Yeah. More lateral?
Is it? Yeah. Oh, hi. That was the cutest thing I've ever seen. Her little hands. It's like, oh, I'm just so relaxed that that puppy's not fucking with me. May we all be as relaxed as Journey is. That's the goal. What a cutie. Oh my god. That might have caught on camera. That was so cute. That was so cute.
Still just at it?
Maybe go on closer to the knee. Let's be crazy. You know, it was crazy. The biggest problem I had when I was in Colorado was my calves. It wasn't even my quads.
Yeah. The students, when I work with them, it's always legs. They're just like totally like, woof, man, you gotta be strong. Like they keep asking how to condition themselves. And I'm like, one, a regular yoga practice helps. Two, I just work on people.
Single like standing poses. Really
There's a reason why you start with shorter sessions and build to longer sessions.
Yeah, it's
you gotta be able to physically
endurance.
Yeah. Oh, I remember too what I was saying about. I was gonna say something about like training. So I think this would work better with the public than with therapists or yoga teachers. And just like we run a group class for like the public where we're teaching Harry and Sally to work on each other, I do a class that is essentially like the relief clinic, but I'm showing the wife how to work on her husband.
Yes. But
I run an ad, run it through my social media, and pick a very specific topic, like upper back and neck pain. And then I get 5 or 6 couples live across the country. They're paying $50 to $100 for the class each, but I actively work with them for 2 hours, showing them how to work on a mat to help their partner's upper back and neck pain.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? But then I can do another class and do just arm and hand pain, and do another class on low back pain.
Build it all together
and continue to like, well, the difference is, one, you're developing a new revenue stream. The overhead is extremely low because it's running the cameras in the studio. And it doesn't take a huge amount of time because I'm working on 6 people at once. Or 12 people since they're couples. So if you price it right, you get people in chronic pain. You get to see their testimonials live, and you see how many of them go, okay, hold on, I worked on my husband's upper back and neck, but like, do you do this one-on-one? See what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, for me, I don't care. This is me personally. I don't care where the money comes from. I don't care if they're yoga teachers or the public or therapists.
Yeah.
I just want more students so I can keep building.
Yeah.
The more massage therapists see the public doing it and doing it successfully,
they don't want to do it.
That's it. Kind of my assumption. Yeah.
So we need to focus on that.
Well, amongst the other 90 million ideas I have.
I know.
Which includes recording myself playing poker, having a hilarious time, taking pots off of gas. Race. God, that last hand, he whooped me. I was like, I felt so dumb. I was like, you fell right into that. Dumb. It's like, I could have taken first. Okay. You made a $30 mistake. Congratulations.
Yeah.
But you also turned $10 into 70 and beat out 25 other guys. You can't take first place every time. New Year's was hilarious because it wasn't boneheaded, but like they're being so loose, and there's usually ratios of betting based on the blinds. Do you know what the blinds are?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a small blind and a big
blind.
And the blinds in tournament structure usually increase over time. Yeah. So there's more pressure to move because you're going to get blinded away and have no chips left.
Yeah.
So I think we got down to like 3 or 4. Yeah, no, I think it was 4-handed. And only the top 3 make anything. It's a triple up is what they call it. So you put in $3, you're going to win 9. But they only pay the top 3 places. And I recorded this one and then I edited it because it was on New Year's. It was just such a funny moment. They'll do this thing where, especially at the final table, they'll make a 2 times the big blind bet. Most of the times, 3 times the big blinds is like the normal bet. Basically, before the flop, it says, I have something, get out of my way, here's my bet.
Yeah.
Well, what they start doing is they take like a pair of 3s and make it 2 times the big blind bet because you don't know if they got 3s or if they got aces. They could have anything. Mm-hmm. And I have a smaller stack than the guy to my right, and I'm just fucking pissed off and tired. And the guy makes a 2 times the big blind bet, and I have ace jack offsuit. I'm like, all in. Everybody folds except this guy. He calls. He's got aces. So I have aces up against ace jack. Statistically, I'm fucked. Like, it ain't super good. A queen and a jack fell at the flop. And what that means is and just 4 kings. So the statistical odds of drawing a king at the turn or the river.
Very low.
Turn comes, no king. River, king.
He took it all.
Well, it's
like such a
9 times out of 10, I will lose. But it was so funny. I was cracking up laughing, and I took the video and then put like a thing like as soon as I hit that king at the river, it was a guy kicking another guy in the balls repeatedly. It was just hilarious. But it's because there's only 4 people. You've minimized the risk. He's bet 2 times the big blind, and he's being aggressive with a wide range of hands.
Yeah.
Like, if I had known that he had aces, I probably just would have been like, fold.
Yeah.
But you don't know, and there's always, like, variance. There's always, like, statistical variance. Right there?
Yeah.
And down?
Yeah.
So it was hilarious.
That feels very nice.
And that's where, for me, I'm having a hard time trying to figure out what to do because the camera's given so many options. When people talk to me, and this is one that's hilarious to me, when they talk to me about competition, they're like, "What other people are going to compete with you?" And I'm like, "Dude,
they're not yet.
Dude, it's going to take, our industry is tech phobic. It's going to take them 2 years to even figure out what the fuck I'm doing."
Yeah.
Like, they're still asking what the subscription is, and that was 5 years ago. You dying there?
Like, yes and no.
Yes and no, yes and no, yes and no. Yes and no.
It's like lighting shit up everywhere else, you know what I mean?
Lateral or medial?
It's like my IT band.
Okay. More lateral or medial?
Medial.
Tell me when.
When?
Okay. Down?
Yeah.
And do we lean more towards the pinky toe? Or do we broaden it?
Pinky.
More towards the pinky toe, pinky toe, pinky toe. Good. So yeah, poker, great fun. I give myself time and I go, sometimes you lose. Did you play well?
You have fun.
Well, it's like, if you look at it as fun, and it is gambling, but it's like you're not gambling rent money. You're not destroying yourself financially. It's fun.
Ooh, that's like so achy.
Yeah, I need to take my phone in and replace the Samsung. I don't think I'm going to get a Pixel. I think I'm just going to upgrade to the latest Samsung. Need to clean off what's on it and bring it in. Static still?
Yeah, I also think we need to switch into inside the legs because of time.
Okay.
Because who knows what they're going to want to work on the rest of the week.
I'm doing nothing. I'm just like hanging out. And
who knows what the other people are going to want to work on. Oh, I can't move yet. Oh.
How do you condition your feet? I'm just like doing the work. Do it again, do it again, do it again.
Oh, I get to face you, baby. Yeah, I feel like IT band and inside of leg.
You want a different bolster for your...
My hip?
Yeah, or is it just one blanket fine?
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever's clever, Robert.
Do you think I go straight in, or do you need like a cushion again?
Go straight in and try it.
Okay. Let's see how it goes.
Hi, Journey. My sweet girl. Dude, I'm telling you, today I was in the bathtub and she like jumped up and like did like it was like parkour on the edge of the bathtub. I was like, oh my god! Like I really thought that she was about to be in the tub with me.
You were taking a bath?
Yeah, I was taking a bath and I was just like, I was down in the water soaking with some Epsom.
High up?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So a little higher than that, or is that good?
That's good. I mean, maybe higher, but that's. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'm gonna broaden.
It feels so good.
Both feet. So to the back?
Nah.
To the front?
Middle.
Right there?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, no, she is. It's funny. It's like a flying fish. You know, the fish are trying to get away from the shark. Mm-hmm. They jump up out of the water. That's what Journey was doing to that puppy.
I always love when I see like a seal trying to get away from the orca.
Oh yeah.
And, like gets up on a boat.
They're like, oh shit. And then people are freaking out because there's a whale circling their boat. That face.
Down?
Oh.
Or up?
Down. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you just taking all these bulk recordings and just like uploading them to your YouTube channel?
Yeah.
you getting much activity through YouTube?
Maybe. I haven't been doing it in a while, you know. I just got reset up. I'm about to run an ad.
On?
Okay, I lied. I'm not gonna run an ad. I'm gonna run a post for my clients to get recorded work so I can start building it.
On what platform?
On Facebook.
Oh God, here we go.
That's not an ad. I'm just gonna, or maybe to my marketing.
You're gonna boost a post. Is that what you're saying?
No, I think I was gonna make a post, not boost it, not pay for anything, and then make a post in my marketing to my business. So I can start getting going again. The holidays were fucking crazy.
Bad or good?
Good. Just busy. Just like, I made a lot of homemade gifts and shit like that, so I was distracted with my computer in the other space making stuff, you know? Yeah. And now it's back to the grind. I've been trying to make my posts, but I need to get more videos, because I've been doing like just still frame shots with some shit written. Oh. Nothing wrong with it, I just need video.
Same thing, lower down, or?
Yeah, let's try it.
Okay. How is that there?
Good. Oh, fuck.
Too much?
Oh, fuck.
Too
Yeah,
much
lighten it.
Hold on.
Oh, my God.
Is there any different?
Oh, that's way better.
There we go. Sorry about that.
But it's the heel. It's the heel.
Okay, hold on. Right there?
It's better. It's kind of putting a little stress on my knee.
Okay, hold on.
I
was just gonna try a different angle, but like we can go back to the other as well.
Oof. I think it's too tight down there for that.
So, here?
Way easier to handle.
And here?
Oh God, that's tender.
Okay, hold on. So, both feet.
I feel like the bottom one's too low or something. There's something weird about it.
Okay, hold on. Right there. Okay, too much heel.
Maybe it's just too tight. Oh fuck.
Right there.
Yeah. I think it might be just too tight around my knee.
Can you bend your leg off?
Are you kind of licking? You kind of licking? You good girl. You're the best girl. I love you. You are.
Too much?
No.
Too little running man.
Oh, that's hardcore. Can you do a compression on my calf too? What's out there? My calves are what I'm most scared about.
But to the back or the front?
Right there.
Okay, down.
Oof. Yeah.
Other foot's okay?
God, that bottom foot's kind of intense.
Okay, move back off just a hair. Right there?
Yeah.
There we go.
What do you think? You're just tired? Like, what's Robert doing? What's Robert doing, huh? I told her, I was like, look, Journey, we're going to go in the room. I'm going to lock the baby up and we're going to get to go hang out with Robert. She's like, huh? Because I know you love Robert.
You have to crate the other dog so she doesn't like...
She's a puppy.
Cause a ruckus?
Yes, she is a ruckus.
How old is she?
7 months.
7 months. How old is Journey?
5 years.
Oh, okay.
This is perfection. That is chaos. Guess what chaos did yesterday?
What?
Oh, chewed on my client's shoes. That cost $110. I was like,
Sorry.
she hasn't actually done damage
yeah.
to anyone's shoes since she's been here. She's been here for like 14 days.
But they brought in new shoes.
Wool. She apparently likes the wool better than Birkenstocks.
So calf again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was pissed.
Or hamstrings.
One in each. I was so mad at Cody because he let her out of the room, and then he said she must have ran right to the shoe. Yeah.
And then back to center?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, really? Is that what happened, Cody?
Right there?
Yeah. Luckily it was Lisa, our student / client.
She local?
Yeah, she lives in South Austin. Lisa's fine. Yeah. I was so mad.
Has she taken group class recently?
She took it with us at she took table.
Is it done?
Spec.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure I'd recognize her if I saw her face.
Yeah.
And again,
she took
coming to get sessions with you.
Yeah, she came to get a session with me, and she liked the work. She came and got a class, and she remained a client of mine. She's the one that bought those bars for me. That calf. Oh, you don't have to be alert. Okay, you can go to sleep. You can go to sleep. Oh, my bad. Shit. Okay, sorry. Don't step on the keyboard. Oof.
Love when all the students went online because of COVID, and they'd have like group classes online, and everybody had to introduce their pets because their pets kept like the cat getting up on the keyboard.
So funny.
This is Mr. Fluffy.
So as you're working here, I feel it in glute max.
Yeah.
Could you do IT band on this side?
Yeah. So you mean up leg? Not this leg, on this leg?
Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure we get to it before we have to go. Oh shoot.
Lower or higher?
Higher.
Start there?
Yeah.
Okay. Up?
Ooh.
Or down?
Up.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, right there? And then what, down towards the knee?
Yeah.
Is that, there's too much slide, or are you good?
Oh, that's fine. Just sliding down.
There?
Yeah, you're on the edge of something good.
Down or up? Right there?
Yeah.
Is Lisa mainly doing Ashi?
No, she does. She told me yesterday. She says she does 70% table and 30% mat.
Yeah. Did she take the mat class with us?
Table. Where are you going?
Oh yeah, no, cool. Rocking up and down. Am I too close to the knee now?
No, I just feel like the blanket's making you slide a lot.
It is. Can you lift the blanket?
Get it out of here. Yeah. Where's my pants?
Right there. Down towards the knee?
Yeah, I mean, you're in a good spot right now, boy. Think about single leg lunges, dude. That's what they've been doing to us.
Right there.
Roll back a little bit.
When you say roll back, you mean down?
Yeah. You're heading that way. Towards your left leg. Oh, yeah, right there. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Slobbering. It's feel better. Where'd you go? Where's the puppy? Journey. She just stretched out?
Yeah, she completely flattened out her entire front body on the ground.
She's so cute.
Been doing more seated stuff too because the apprentices are working with me online and don't have suspension necessarily. So when they need deeper compressions, it's like, you know.
Oh my god, look how cute she is. It's my dog and I still can't get enough of her, you know?
They get my fill and go home.
Get your fill and go home. Oh my god, look how many lashes I pulled out. That's so gross.
So adductors or IT band?
Whichever one.
I'm not sure I understand.
Me neither. You still have 16 minutes. Oh shit.